2015 Noah's Ark. Related Discovery Overview Examples by Ronald Stewart. Copyright 2003 to 2018, all rights reserved. This is an overview of a number of discovery examples that have been made on Greater Mount Ararat in 2003, 2014, but primarily 2015, where we not only believe we discovered possibly the remains of Noah's Ark, but many other things as seen here that relate to it as well. Now as follows. Some may ask, if there was really a global flood, then why don't we see some evidence of it in a very large monument that would have been erected by past ancient civilizations to such a earth-changing event? Wouldn't the true mountain of Noah have this erected monument where the flood had occurred and Noah's Ark had truly landed? In order to understand if there's some lost history and lost biblical archaeology that has not ever been found before, we start off by understanding about a child and how they would understand a story. Here of Little Red Riding Hood. There would be certain characters or denominators of the story that would be able to identify and relate to. For example, we see Little Red Riding Hood in the upper left corner. In the middle was a forest, and there was a big bad wolf, and then the bottom left corner, Grandma, and then in the forest, and then the last, at the end of the story, a woodcutter came to rescue them all. A child who does not even know how to read at 2 to 3 years of age would still be able to relate and identify with such a like story. And even today, as adults, we do the same thing in like manner. How would this be? Just like a 2 or 3 year old child can relate to the story of Little Red Riding Hood through pictures or images or imagery, we can do the same thing today. Here's a good example, Mount Rushmore, which is an everlasting memorial to never let Americans, past, present, or future, forget about the great presidents of this country. Just like people can relate to imagery like Mount Rushmore, so it was in ancient civilizations and on Greater Mount Ararat about the global flood, the true mountain of Noah, and people being able to relate to Noah's Ark in like manner. Monuments were built in honor of this. This is the northeast side of Greater Mount Ararat. In the upper top left corner, where the yellow arrow points to, that is a zoomorphic human-like head geoglyph or sculpture that is almost 400 to 450 feet high, as tall as the Giza Pyramid. Here is a comparison with the Giza Pyramid. Figure it out for yourself. The mountain is 17,000 feet high, and this approximate head looking up to heaven is about 455 feet high, in fulfillment of Genesis 8:15 through 19, where God told Noah, his family, and the animals to come out of the ark. Here are some more animal geoglyphs and sculptures looking up to heaven, and here is a dragon-like dinosaur looking up to heaven on the northeast side of Ararat as well. Here is an anatomical enlargement of possibly Noah looking up to the heavens. Here's an old newspaper article from 1895 about King Sennacherib being on Mount Ararat. It says, King of the world, King of Assyria, put upon this mountain, Ararat, a record of his exploits, so that they might be preserved for future ages. Here is another profile of Sennacherib looking to the left, about 12 feet high. Here is a 250-foot high image of Sennacherib on the top of, near the top of Mount Ararat. What we see in the red oval outline. Here is another one with a dinosaur in his cap, a bas relief that we discovered as well. Here's verification from 2003 to 2005 of these images of Sennacherib. And also another one will be for Heraclius as well. Here, Heraclius is seen in B and C, where he inscribed his image on another bas relief of Sennacherib, as we see here as well. Next we see a painting of Heraclius on Greater Mount Ararat, also verified by the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And here is a sculpture about as big as the sculpture on Mount Rushmore of Washington. It's about 65 feet high. There's we see the red outline. Here is another one that we filmed and also photographed in 2015 of Heraclius as well. Here is a bull-like animal carving right there where the arrow is going round and round. There are the horns, there's the eye, the other eye, the ear there, and the nose and mouth there. And secondly, here, the second one would be like a 25-foot high dinosaur carving right there out of wood, and right there as well. Genesis 8:13 says that Noah removed the wood or the roof off the ark or the covering. This wood was possibly used by Noah's descendants to create these many hundreds, if not thousands, of wood carvings that are petrified now on the inside of possibly Noah's ark and also carbonized. Here, this bull is completely carbonized, possibly carbonized during the 1840 earthquake and volcanic explosion where the heat seared it and charred it like charcoal. Here is a petrified 25-foot high dinosaur carving, a full life-size dinosaur. And here is an extreme close-up of the carbonized bull's face. Whereas next we see this other dinosaur-like animal that has a head and a beak like a bird. Next we see a close-up of the 25-foot high dinosaur carving's head. And here we see another dinosaur detailed with a lot of frill. Here is a male dinosaur or sauropod carving. And next we see one on the left, 2014, this image was taken and verified and confirmed again with the same image in 2015 in HD high definition video. Our research is vast and there's no way we can get it in one 6-minute or so film. Please check these sites at IAN peer-reviewed journal where about 8 to 10 more peer-reviewed articles are available on these discoveries and subjects. And also you may join our Facebook group at Noah's Ark-Quest for Truth at the URL below. Thank you.